Tēnā koutou e te iwi, ko Emma Gardner tēnei.
Ko Dio Luke tēnei.
So today we've got our key messages from the board. One of the key themes is ka pai a muri, ka pai a mua. So Te Korowai has grown significantly over the last few years. Much of this success is reliant on our kaimahi and their dedication to serving our iwi. However, the reality is that this isn't sustainable, and we actually need to put the systems and processes in place so that we can support our kaimahi and the workloads that they carry. So in order to do this, we have had to shift our focus to more of the compliance side of governance. And so this key message is going to cover more of those drier, mundane side of things. So first off, what we'd like to cover is our financial performance. About a year ago, our board approved a deficit budget. This was a conscious decision, identifying that there is a significant delayed investment in systems and process improvements. And so some of the key investments that we've made over this period includes the constitutional review, the performance framework, and the organisational review, and we'll go into a little bit more detail later on. These projects will cover both this financial year and the next financial year, and will be covered by our underspends in previous years.
In terms of the constitutional review, so the Korowai boards and subcommittees have spent the last few months conducting a constitutional review. This review does not seek to any changes in the representational structure of the boards. Instead, it focuses on updates to the trust deed required under changes to the Fisheries Act, content in our charter regarding conflicts of interest, cross-cutting in regards to the role of the Korowai Pauwakarai on subsidiaries and subcommittees, and terms of references for our subcommittees. This has a particular focus on their scope. We expect the outcomes of this constitutional review around July. Move on now to our strategy performance framework. So Te Korowai is due to review its strategy and reset priorities for the 2026-2031 period. Often when PSGs conduct strategic reviews, there's a tendency to rewrite the same strategy in a different way and remain at an aspirational level. While this provides a great opportunity to engage with Uri, it doesn't provide the targets and metrics needed to hold a PSG to account. If anything, it suggests we don't listen the first time around. For this review cycle, our board will continue with our existing Ka Ora Taku Toa strategy as aspirational framework. This acknowledges a series of wānanga, surveys and legacy documents that led to its development. We also acknowledge that the aspirations within the existing strategy were intergenerational. For instance, tai awa, our awa are healthy, our mokopuna can swim, and there's an abundance of kai. Therefore, this review cycle will focus on the next level of detail, specifically the performance framework. This will require us to understand what are the health indicators of our awa, what are our targets, and what are the planned interventions we will put in place. Having a performance framework with a level of detail ensures that we can make measurable shifts so that our mokopuna can swim in our awa and that there is an abundance of kai for our whānau.
And another piece of mahi that was highlighted is our organisational review. So this focuses on the systems and processes to support the growth of Te Korowai. While the review will be comprehensive, there will be a focus on our group shared services such as procurement and contract management, project management, financial systems and processes. These aren't our strategic priorities. However, they are key enablers on ensuring we do what we say we're going to do, both efficiently and effectively as an organisation. The final update involves Te Kiwai Māui o Ngāruahine and Ngārere Lodge. So every quarter we receive an update from Māui, Chair, and CE regarding their position and performance against the annual plan that we've endorsed. Of note is an update regarding Ngāruahine Lodge, one of their subsidiaries. Look, there were a range of construction issues delaying the completion of the lodge since its inception. One of the more recent of note is a result of the terrain where the lodge is located and ensuring additional safety considerations surrounding the building itself. These types of delays have a knock-on effect, and Te Korowai used the recent update to emphasise what our expectations are of the Māui board. What we can say is that both boards have a shared understanding that we cannot risk taking on operational overheads until we have complete certainty over code of compliance. We understand that Māui is putting a range of processes in place to make sure that some of the issues that we did face doesn't happen again, and that we do have the successful completion of the lodge for our manuhiri. The lodge represents a small fraction of the overall Māui managed assets, and so diversification of assets helps us to mitigate underperforming investments at any given time. Rebuilding operational capability and capacity is a priority that's been highlighted by Māui board over the coming months to ensure that the overall asset base continues to grow and support the initiatives that we want to roll out to support our iwi. No reira, koe nei ngā karere o te puare, tēnā koutou katoa.